What's going on, party people? We're back with some more Babymonochrome action. This is a round 3 match from the losers bracket between Duke Sucks and Spy0P. Spy0P, who fell to Ambipongus in round 2, which is on the YouTube channel. Be sure to go check that out if you haven't already. And yeah, winner of this match moves on to round 4 in the losers bracket. The loser is out of the tournament. That is a Zigzagoon. Alright, we'll see how this goes. I mean, Duke Sucks bring in quite the team. So there's a Zigzagoon, a Drifloon, 3 Pokemon that have the potential to Shell Smash. There's no way they're all Shell Smash. Maybe? We'll see. I don't know. This is quite the team. And then a Diglett. So maybe just looking to overpower whatever Spy0P had to bring, who brought a pretty balanced team with some very standard Pokemon. Mindfu, Abra, Trapinch, Ghastly, a Chinchou, which hopefully is Water Absorb. Just looking at Duke Sucks team. I might just say Duke going forward. And then a Volibee. So yeah, a much more conventional looking team. But let's see how this goes. So Drifloon lead from Duke Sucks, Mindfu lead from Spy0P, who gets out of there right away, goes into Chinchou. Take the acrobatics, 50% still. And we'll take the second one and Volt Switch out of there for a good 76%. As Trapinch comes in on the Drifloon, clicks Memento. Maybe looking for that early sweep right away here. Goes into Clamperl. Clicks Surf instead. Okay, probably the right play. Chinchou comes in, clicks Protect. Chinchou goes for the Hydro Pump. And Clamperl goes for Shell Smash. This is a little bit of a 50-50 though if you're HP Electric, which you probably are. No, actually, of course not. Clicks Ice Beam instead. That's an excellent middle ground. But Abra can come out, and it's not Focus Sashed. Okay, so Clamperl, click and Protect on a potential... Wow, high jump kick. Okay. Wow, okay. There you go. A Volibee coming out here. Not taking Ice Beam. That's insane. And then Ghastly just going to drop. Wow, okay. So we didn't even get to see Zigzagoon. That was quite the match. Quite the game, I should say. That was wild. I'm out of words. Just well played by Duke Sucks. I mean, just lightning in a bottle there. Let's get into game 2. I'm still like a little shocked. I don't even know what really to say to that. Yeah, let's get into game 2. All right, here we go. Game 2. Duke Sucks bringing a more standard team, let's say. I mean, you got Dragmag, which is a popular strategy to use in Gen 5 OU and is a thing in Little Cup, just not that common from all the tournament matches we've seen so far. But I have seen the combination of Axew and Bagon together. I don't know if I've seen them with a Magnemite yet, so that's an interesting bring. Unfortunately, Spy0P didn't bring any Steel types here to trap. However, these 2 Dragon types might be able to still put in some damage. That Snover being a big threat to the 2 of them, though, with packing potentially the Ice Shard, or if it's Choice Scarf, it could be just bopping off Blizzards. There's no weather to threaten that Snover, so really good bring by Spy0P. But just wrapping up Duke Sucks team, Abra, Diglett, and then a Drifloon again, which put in a lot of work in game 1. Maybe we'll see it again in game 2 here. The like dual dragon team I've seen floating around here, it usually has 2 Choice Scarf dragons. So I don't know, but just judging from the Drifloon bring and a Diglett, maybe we'll actually see some Memento here, and maybe we can see a Dragon Dance from one of those 2. I'm thinking that might be on the table here. Spy0P bringing my all-time favorite Little Cup Pokemon, Larvesta, which is awesome. Up against a pretty physically offensive team, so we might actually see Larvesta put in some work here. A Stunky as well, which is cool bring. Haven't seen that too much in this tournament. Mindfu, again, a Snover, which I've already mentioned, and a Porygon, and a Starter as well. So a much more bulky team from Spy0P. It's probably looking to slow things down a little bit after that first game. Let's get into it here. So Staryu lead from Spy0P, Magnemite lead from Duke Sucks. So just right out in there, and then Porygon comes in with a Magnet Pull, takes a Volt Switch quite well. Axew is the follow-up here. Clicks Dragon Dance. There we go. Okay, so I had a feeling. But takes the T-Wave, not Lumberry. Probably a Violite. Clicks Superpower on the Porygon. Interesting. Okay, so this Axew is probably gonna drop here. Yep, to a Blizzard. We don't quite know if that thing's scarfed yet or not. Magnemite clicks Reflect as Spy0P just stays in and clicks Blizzard here, and then gets out of there. Goes on Mindfu to take a Hidden Power Fire, most likely. Switches into Drifloon there on the U-turn. Stunky coming out here. This might be Pursuit trapped, but with the Reflect up, I don't know. Just clicks Fire Blast instead. It misses, unfortunately. And then follows up with a Sucker Punch, but that's not quite enough. And Duke able to get the Acrobatics kill, but then drops 2 Aftermath damage. Abra coming out here, sets up a sub on a Larvesta, clicking U-turn here. That's easily going to break the sub. Goes into Staryu, which I think can outspeed. No, Speed Tie at worst. Charge Beam from the Abra as it takes a Scald. And, Speed Tie victory by the Staryu, which is able to knock it out with a Scald there, so that's fortunate. Diglett coming out, traps the Staryu, and is just going to knock it out. Takes some hail damage there. Snover coming out. Gets a crit Giga Drain, and switches out into Larvesta there. Take the Hidden Power Fire quite well. The drops. I'm trying to think that's not a Scarfed Snover after all. Can't remember if we saw it switch moves or yet or not. Bagon comes out, sets out Sunny Day from Larvesta, and then sets up a Dragon Dance behind a sub for the Bagon. Flare Blitz, though, interesting kind of self-weather clear there. Outrage on the Larvesta, no Flame Body. And then he's going to click it on the Mindfu. Mindfu lives. Bagon's confused, and High Jump Kick connects this time. Ooh, and Bagon gets fully confused. Yeah, wow. Okay, Diglett coming out here. But that Snover has Ice Shard. I mean, this might have just been game. Sucker Punch on the Giga Drain. Crit kills it. Don't know if the crit mattered. We didn't see Life Orb hit from that Diglett, nor was it on a balloon, I don't think. So, kind of a wacky match there. But Spy0P comes out on top, is able to tie this match. Let's get into Game 3. Alright, Game 3. Both players bringing pretty normal looking teams. Both players bringing a Drillbur to this match as well, which is fun. And a Porygon. And a Omnimite. Wow, okay, really similar teams here. Dukesuck's also bringing a Timber, a Ghastly, and another Chinchou here. Again, hopefully Water Absorb, but I don't know if that Omnimite for Spy0P already has a Shell Smash up. I guess you can just click a Rock move and do a lot of damage to that thing too. Spy0P, yeah, bringing Omnimite, Drifloon, Drillbur, Abra, Mindfu, and Porygon. So both players bringing pretty fat teams. Not quite as risque as we've seen in the earlier matches here. Earlier games of this match, I should say. Yeah, just trying to get an idea. I'm thinking maybe Hazards Omnimite for both players, but we'll see. Yeah, not really too much more to add. Usually I got more to say. I was like, yeah, let's get into it. Drillbur lead from Spy0P. Ghastly lead from Dukesucks, who, just drops to an Earthquake. That is a Scarf Drillbur. Just bopping that thing. Gets out of there on the Timber. Clicks Drain Punch on the Mindfu, switching in. That does a lot of damage. Fake Out onto the Drillbur. And follows up with a Knockoff. Knocks off that thing's a Violite. Sets up a Bulk Up. So quite the nickname. U-turns out of there. Drifloon comes in on the Drain Punch. Not going to take anything, but it's threatening a payback here. Instead switches out to Chinchou and Acrobatics. That's doing just over half. And Drifloon's able to follow up with a Hidden Power Ground? Grass? I guess it has to be Ground or Grass, right? Yeah. Porygon going to take an Acrobatics here. Fires off an Ice Beam on the Drifloon. And then, goes for the Recover. Okay, okay. Mindfu switching in here. Porygon's back up to full HP. Timber switching in. Miss the High Jump Kick. That's big. Gets off the second one. Gets a crit. Okay, so Yeah, I don't know if that crit mattered because I think lost it to Violet, but I'm going to say probably. Drillbur switching in here, threatening a Choice Scarf, goes into... Oh, definitely not Choice Scarf, actually. Switched up to the Rock Slide on the Drifloon coming in here. Mind Fu switching back in, gets off a Fake Out, knowing this Drillbur is not Scarfed, but still going to outspeed, or that might have been a speed tie? Clicks Knockoff, knocks off that thing's a Violet. I went a little fast there. Yeah, a Violet. But Mind Fu not risking another speed tie here, switches out into Porygon, traces the Mold Breaker, takes an Earthquake, and this Drillbur just sets up Rocks, actually. So that's probably a Shell Smash Omnimite, especially since we haven't seen it yet. Just spamming Earthquake here, try attacking the Porygon, no status, and Porygon just recovers up here. Just praying they don't crit here. It's a bit of a risky game here. Just keep recovering. Spy0P here. There's the Tri-Attack. Okay, so Spy0P's okay with 60% there. Porygon comes out. Bane of America. Hell yeah, brother. T-Waves and gets fully parried. Nice. And then fires off a Tri-Attack. As this Porygon's able to get off a Toxic on this one and put it on a timer. So Spy0P's Porygon on a timer right now, as Dukesucks can just cover up some of that damage. Just keeps firing it off. Oh, there's a full para. Oh, I guess Spy0P's okay with just letting the Porygon drop to Toxic here. Maybe get a full para. Nope. But 76% might be all they need. In comes Mind Fu, threatening a high jump kick here. Oh, misses again. Wow, that sucks. And just drops to a T-Bolt. That's rough. Here's the Omnimite. Surfs. Able to take a T-Bolt. No para. Okay, and it's a little Omnimite showdown here. Dukesucks setting up the Shell Smash immediately. Spy0P clicks Hidden Power Grass, I would think, from that. I mean, Electric might have gotten there, depending on the item, but yeah, I'm gonna maybe assume that was Grass. So yeah, nicely played by both players. Some unfortunate luck for Spy0P, but able to still get off the victory there with all those high jump kick misses. I think maybe some of those paras even things out, but still, pretty wild match. Spy0P staying alive in this tournament, moving on round 4 of the losers bracket, as Dukesucks is out of the tournament. And yeah, away she goes, man. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and all that. And thanks for watching. Peace.